și vă stăm la dispoziție cu, o să rog pe domnul președinte, o scurtă informare despre ce se întâmplă sau ce s-a întâmplat ieri și astăzi, după care vă rog să puneți întrebări.
Thank you very much. Welcome to the media conference of the United World Karate. I'm very happy to bring to you the success of the last 2 days of meetings from the founding members of the United World Karate. I want to give a bit of history as the journalists here. I'm sure that you are very well aware of the long history of karate and the fact that it has not been unified. Finally, last July, after 35 years, we were able to unify 3 distinct disciplines. 2 of them, the International Olympic Committee has recognized as being distinct. One is traditional karate of the International Traditional Karate Federation. We have now, on my right, Horatio is the chairman of the Contact Karate, which is one of the disciplines that will be umbrellaed under United World Karate. And Liviu is the chairman of the General Karate Commission, who will also be umbrellaed under United World Karate. And the International Traditional Karate Federation chairman is Dr. Vladimir Iorga, who is also vice president of the ITKF, which I am president. I was asked to take on the responsibility of the presidency of the United World Karate because ITKF has a long history of negotiation for unification. This organization now brings our estimate about 80% of the world of karate athletes and participants into an organization that we will move forward to Sport Accord for approaching them for recognition, and following that to the International Olympic Committee also to confirm its responsibility for unification of karate in order for us to participate in the Olympic Games. So we formed this organization last year. We will have in Belgrade in April the demonstration of the unification, so that we will have a competition that will include contact karate, general karate, and traditional karate events. And we will have our first confirmation Congress at that time. In October, we will move to Brazil, and we have the host, Oswaldo has graciously been organizing the first World Championships and the first World Congress, and we expect approximately 60 countries to be in attendance in Sao Paulo, Brazil. So this is the format of the calendar for the 2015 year. Why is this important for us? Because without unification, we have 80% of the martial art of karate outside of the structured organization of sport in the world. This means that 80% of the athletes that participate in karate around the world are discriminated against because they are not able to achieve the same level of participation as those within the IOC recognized federation, which is only a single element of the martial art. As a consequence, for 35 years we've been trying to bring together the organization, and now we've completed it. And we're very excited about moving this forward around the world. Collectively, the three distinct disciplines represent 110 countries, and we will start to move to unify within each of those countries. We met with the Minister of Sport from Romania earlier today, as well as the President of the National Olympic Committee for Romania, both who were very happy and excited to hear about this news, as it will be a positive step for the sport of karate. Thank you very much. I would like to entertain any questions if you have questions from the floor.
Dacă ne poate spune care au fost cele mai dificile obstacole pentru realizarea acestui obiectiv?
I think the main obstacles to overcome was the initial approach of unification 30 years ago was that there would be only one set of rules that would govern karate sport, and that's impossible. There is differences across the art that have different competitions, such as contact karate, such as weight categories of general karate, and such as traditional karate that has no weight category. And so this approach was impossible to achieve, because it's like in athletics saying that the 100-meter sprint has to be actually 1,500 meters, because that's the only rule that we have. So now that we have been able to reconcile and identify the differences between the three disciplines, we now will have three distinct events with three distinct sets of rules. This will allow much more development for the martial art, and will attract more athletes to participate. I shouldn't say attract, it will allow more athletes to participate.
V-aș ruga să ne spuneți și nouă, la acest moment, câte țări sau câte federații din câte țări fac parte din Uniunea dumneavoastră și cu aproximație, bineînțeles, cam câți sportivi din toate aceste țări sunt membri ai federației dumneavoastră, ai Uniunii.
Our expectation before the competition in Belgrade, we expect to have more than 50 countries that will be unified completely under the umbrella. In Brazil, we expect that to add another 15, so more than 60 countries will be participating in Brazil for the first World Championships, and our calculation is that we will have approximately 2,000 athletes will be competing at the first World Championships.
Nu, poate m-am exprimat bine. Nu câți vor participa, ci câți sportivi sunt în acest moment în Uniune.
Deci, speak in Romanian? Să vă spun în românește? Okay, now in Lausanne last year we meet together for having this organization, and all the 7 federations that participated there to identify the countries that we have all together. It was 110 countries where we have affiliates. And the number of athletes, absolutely we cannot know at this time, but we can say that we are around 80 or more than 80% of all karate in the whole world, because these 7 federations are the biggest or the more important federation in the world.
So if you're asking for the total number of participants around the world for all of the federations, my estimate would be certainly closer to 3 million athletes that would be in karate. The sport accord itself has expressed to us that if you ask a child in any country which two sports that they understand, the first one will be football, and the second one that they found was karate. So karate is practiced in many parts of the world, but very few have been able to participate in a competitive way because they had no path to follow. Now they have a path, and now more of those athletes will come.
Este clar că karate-ul are un impact la copii și în general în lume. Era interesant așa, ca statistică, ca nume. Puteți să ne dezvăluiți scopul, că bănuiesc că a fost un scop când au venit acești distinși domni la noi în România și ați avut întâlnirile cu doamna ministru, cu președintele COSR, scopul și dacă s-a semnat ceva în urma acestor întâlniri care ați avut, dacă se poate, bineînțeles.
I can speak from our own federation. Romania has always been a strong country within traditional karate. It has a very strong structure. It has been recognized by the sports ministry for many years, and as has general karate. The purpose in coming here was the ease with which people could gather to have this meeting. And also the general karate chairman is from Romania, as the chairman of the contact karate also lives here. So it was easy for us to have a meeting with the executive committee and to move this forward. Romania is a very important country for karate generally, and that the ability to host this meeting, Mr. Chrisen offered. Why did we meet with the Minister of Sport? Because we want the Minister of Sport to understand that we are working to try to bring together the elements of the martial art of karate, because it has, quite frankly, been a problem for sports ministers around the world because there has not been any unification. The added bonus for us was the opportunity to meet with the National Olympic Committee and to explain to the President of the National Olympic Committee of Romania our desire to seek his support to help us move through the process of gaining recognition in order for karate to become part of the Olympic Games.
Alte întrebări? Întrebați pe domnul Osvaldo despre Brazilia, despre organizare. Eu curious to see how they run this organization.
We from Brazil, we have a big responsibility for host the first World Championship, but it will be the first event that will bring very good impression to the world, to the sport, to the Olympic Committee, to all of the sportists in the world, because we will present very strong karate. There we will do the best karate of the world in Brazil. We will host karate, contact karate, general karate, traditional karate, the best from each country that will be there. For the first time, the world can see, will see the karate unified. It will be a very big competition. We receive all support from the government in Brazil. 100% of the expenses, all will be paid by the Brazilian government. We are lucky because, not only because we will host the next Olympic Games in 2016. But for a long time, my Federation Brazil, we are 20 years old. Since the start, the government Brazil support us. They give us very big importance. And now is the big opportunity for organize this event. We will try to do one event organization, almost Olympic Games. We will do our best. All of the people in the world that love karate will be proud when they will see our event there. It will be 3 days of competition in São Paulo City. We will have a transmission every day to all of the world. You can see in your computer, in your cell phone. I hope karate will be the first big step in the world. I'm very proud because it will start in my country, Brazil.
Trebuie felicitat domnul Osvaldo pentru ceea ce face și mai ales că guvernul sprijină în totalitate. Ați transmis la guvernul nostru sprijinul?
Da.
Nu, serios?
Serios.
Și ce v-au răspuns?
Au ridicat un pic din numeri și au spus că...
Ai vorbit un om verbal, așa?
Da. Deci nu cred că se va schimba ceva în strategia Ministerului doar cu faptul că în Brazilia se finanțează sportul atât de bine. Brazilia are o economie mult peste România și alte posibilități și dorința de a sponsoriza, de a investi în sport. Nu întâmplător s-au organizat acolo campionatul mondial de fotbal, urmează Olimpiada. Cred că este fără precedent în aceeași țară, la un interval așa de mic, să fie 2 evenimente atât de mari.
In Brazil, my federation, we have almost 35,000 children in our social projects in Brazil. I think because it too, the government gave support to us. I am a director in Olympicville in São Paulo, from the São Paulo government. They give us all support for one social project, 600 children. We pick these children in favelas, from the traffickants, and there they have all support. Every day we have a karate class, 3 classes in the morning, 3 classes in the afternoon. The children receive the uniform. Every day they receive snacks. They have 1 time a month medical assistance exam. They have a transport for competition every month. They have one snack day. Some children, poor children in Brazil, go to the karate sometimes only for the snack. 1 bag snack, 1 kitchen lunch they receive. But we do a social education too there. We have a lot of meeting about health, about the sexual education, citizen, and all of the good we try to transmit to the children in Brazil. I think because my federation receives 90% of the money for karate in my country. Thank you very much.
So just to give perspective though, because I don't think Osvaldo, he's very modest in terms of what he's describing, but in Brazil, the Traditional Karate Commission and the General Karate Commission are very strong. So this gives a good foundation. His federation, General Karate, has 35,000 children in their social program. The Traditional Karate Commission also has about 30,000, so 65,000 children are involved in some sort of government-funded social program in Brazil. This is a huge activity in the country of Brazil. Karate is extremely important in the country of Brazil, so I appreciate Osvaldo's modesty, but It's phenomenal if you haven't been there to see the impact that these programs have. It's phenomenal to see the scope of the martial art of karate within Brazil.
Participarea la Jocurile Olimpice este un obiectiv de viitor al
Of course, the Olympic Games is revered as one of the major activities around the world. So, do we want to participate in the Olympic Games? Provided that our activity retains its integrity, of course, we want to pursue the Olympic game. But more importantly, what we want to achieve is the recognition as an international federation so that we are able to work with sports ministries in every country. Right now, there are about 25-30 countries that recognize karate outside of the International Olympic Committee and provide funding. Romania happens to be one of those. And why is that important? It's very important because of the very thing that Oswaldo has brought forward in terms of the social program. What is the social program? It is providing education and providing activity to underprivileged or less privileged, I should say, in children in that country. So people that would not be able to participate and not be able to afford the fees or participation in the activity are sponsored. This, we believe, is one of the most important foundations that the martial art of karate provides. And we were talking with the president of the National Olympic Committee of Romania about this project and about the research that has been done by our federation concerning human development through the training of the martial art of karate. And we have found the values. For example, one research project in a school, the school academic success rate was 30%. We introduced the social program into that school. After 5 years, the academic success rate went from 30% to 90%. And the behavior change that was seen in the children was extraordinary. So these are the values that we believe are being missed because the IOC has recognized only one sliver of the martial art, and we need to broaden that pursuit, and that is the purpose of the United World Karate.
Some other question?
If there's no other questions, then I want to thank you for attending the media conference. We look forward, I hope that you will follow the success of our federation, first in Belgrade in April, and then, as Oswaldo has said, from Brazil at the first World Championships, we will be presenting a phenomenal event that will be streamed to all of you as journalists and can follow the success of the competition there. If you have any questions afterwards, I'm happy to stay for a moment and answer. Thank you.
Mulțumim mult!